Hello and welcome. Today, we are going to talk about how to speak English at home. Many learners believe they cannot improve their speaking because they do not live in an English-speaking country. Some say, "I have nobody to practice with." "Nobody speaks English in my house." "I don't have an English teacher." Because of these reasons, they stop practicing. But here is a powerful truth. Your home can become the best English classroom in the world. You do not need expensive courses. You do not need perfect conditions. You do not need native speakers around you every day. What you need is a simple plan and daily practice. Many fluent speakers improve their English mostly at home. They turned ordinary moments into speaking practice. They spoke when nobody was watching. They practiced when nobody was listening. And little by little, their confidence grew. Today, you will learn powerful ways to practice English at home and improve your speaking every single day. Tip 1. Talk to yourself in English every day. This is one of the most powerful speaking exercises you can do. And the best part is that you can do it anytime. Many learners wait for a speaking partner. But while they are waiting, they are not practicing. Now understand something important. Your mouth needs training. Your brain needs training. And speaking to yourself gives both of them practice. Start with simple topics. Talk about your day, your plans, your goals, your hobbies, your future. For example, today I woke up at 6 a.m. I'm going to practice English. I want to become fluent. These simple sentences may not seem important, but they are, because every sentence trains your speaking muscles. Another powerful lesson: speak aloud. Do not only think the sentences, actually say them. Use your voice. At first, you may feel strange. That is normal. But after a few weeks, something amazing happens. You become more comfortable speaking English. Your confidence improves, and speaking begins to feel natural. Another important truth: fluent speakers become fluent because they spend time speaking, not because they spend time worrying. The more you talk to yourself, the more fluent you become. Tip 2. Describe everything around you. This tip is simple, but it is incredibly effective. Look around your room, then start describing what you see in English. For example, there is a table in front of me. My phone is on the table. The room is quiet. I am sitting on a chair. This exercise forces your brain to think directly in English, and that is one of the keys to fluency. Another powerful truth: most learners spend too much time translating. They think in their native language first. Then they translate into English. This slows speaking. But when you describe things around you, you start thinking directly in English. And direct thinking creates faster speaking. Another important lesson: do this throughout the day. While cooking, while cleaning, while walking, while organizing your room. Describe what you are doing. For example, I am making tea. I am washing the dishes. I am opening the door. I am putting my book on the shelf. These simple activities create hundreds of speaking opportunities every week. Another life-changing truth: you do not need more time to practice English. You simply need to use your daily activities as practice opportunities. And when you do this consistently, your English begins improving much faster than you expect. Tip 3. Use the mirror speaking technique. This is one of the best ways to improve your speaking confidence at home. Many learners know English. They know vocabulary. They know grammar. But when they try to speak, they become nervous. Why? Because they are not used to expressing their thoughts aloud. Mirror speaking helps solve this problem. The exercise is simple. Stand in front of a mirror, look at yourself, and start speaking English. Talk about your day, your plans, your goals, your family, your dreams. Pretend you are having a conversation with another person. Now understand something important. When you practice in front of a mirror, you become more aware of your pronunciation, your facial expressions, your confidence, your speaking habits. At first, it may feel uncomfortable. Many learners feel shy. That is completely normal. But do not stop, because confidence grows through repetition. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Another powerful lesson: do not worry about mistakes. The goal is not perfect English. The goal is using English. Even 5 minutes of mirror speaking every day can dramatically improve your confidence over time. Another important truth: many people spend years waiting to become confident before they speak. But confidence comes from speaking, not from waiting. The more you speak in front of the mirror, the more comfortable you become with your own voice. And that comfort eventually turns into confidence. Tip 4. Read English aloud every day. Reading is good, but reading aloud is even better for speaking improvement. Why? Because reading aloud trains pronunciation, fluency, speaking rhythm, confidence, and sentence flow. Now imagine reading 1 page of English every day. It may not seem like much, but over time, it creates a huge improvement. Choose simple materials. For example, short stories, articles, English lessons, easy books. Then read slowly and clearly. Another important lesson: do not rush. Many learners try to read too quickly. Instead, focus on pronunciation, clarity, understanding. Read as if you are teaching someone, or giving a speech, or recording a video. This mindset helps improve speaking quality. Another powerful habit is reading the same paragraph several times. The first reading helps understanding. The second reading improves fluency. The third reading improves confidence. Each repetition makes the sentences feel more natural. Another powerful truth: many learners want better pronunciation, but they rarely practice speaking aloud. Reading aloud solves this problem, because your mouth gets daily practice producing English sounds. Another life-changing lesson: every page you read aloud is a speaking lesson. Every paragraph is pronunciation practice. And every sentence moves you one step closer to fluent English. The more often you read aloud, the easier speaking becomes. Tip 5. Think in English during daily activities. One of the fastest ways to improve your speaking at home is to start thinking in English. Many learners have a habit of thinking in their native language first and then translating into English. This creates hesitation, slow speaking, confusion, and lack of confidence. Now understand something important. Fluent speakers usually think directly in English. That is why they can respond quickly and naturally. The good news is that you can train this skill at home. Start with simple thoughts. When you wake up, think, I need to get out of bed. Today will be a productive day. I am going to practice English. While eating, think, this food tastes good. I am having breakfast. I need some water. While cleaning, think, I am cleaning my room. The floor looks much better now. Everything is organized. These simple thoughts may seem small, but they train your brain to connect directly with English. Another powerful truth: you do not need advanced vocabulary to think in English. Use the English you already know. The goal is not perfection. The goal is building the habit. Over time, your brain starts creating English thoughts automatically. And when that happens, speaking becomes much easier because you are no longer translating. You are simply expressing your thoughts. Tip 6. Record yourself speaking. This is one of the most powerful exercises for learners who study at home, yet very few people do it. Why? Because most people feel uncomfortable hearing their own voice. But that discomfort is exactly why this exercise is so effective. Now imagine recording yourself speaking for 2 or 3 minutes. Talk about your day, your goals, your plans, your hobbies, your future. Then listen to the recording. You will quickly notice things such as pronunciation mistakes, unclear words, hesitation, repeated vocabulary, speaking habits. This gives you valuable feedback. Another important lesson: do not criticize yourself. Do not feel embarrassed. Remember that the recording is not for judging yourself. It is for improving yourself. Another powerful truth: what gets measured gets improved. When you regularly record yourself, you can clearly hear your progress. A recording from today may sound very different from a recording 6 months later. And that progress is incredibly motivating. Another helpful habit is keeping all your recordings. Do not delete them. Save them. Then compare old recordings with new ones. You will be surprised by how much your English improves over time. Another life-changing lesson: many learners believe they are not improving. But when they listen to old recordings, they realize how far they have come. Recording yourself helps build speaking confidence, pronunciation, fluency, self-awareness. And best of all, you can do it completely alone at home. The more you practice this habit, the more comfortable and confident you become when speaking English. Tip 7. Create English speaking routines at home. One of the biggest mistakes English learners make is practicing only when they feel motivated. Some days they practice for an hour. Other days they do nothing. This creates slow progress. Now understand something important. Fluent English is built through routine, not through motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but routines stay. That is why successful English learners create daily speaking habits. They decide exactly when they will practice. For example, 10 minutes after waking up, 10 minutes after lunch, 10 minutes before bed. These small sessions may not seem important, but when repeated every day, they create incredible results. Another powerful truth: your brain loves routines. When you practice at the same time every day, your brain begins expecting English. Eventually, speaking practice becomes automatic. You no longer need to force yourself. It simply becomes part of your lifestyle. Another important lesson: do not wait for the perfect mood. Many people say, "I'll practice when I feel motivated." The problem is that motivation is unreliable. Some days you will feel excited. Some days you will feel tired. If you only practice when you feel motivated, your progress will always be inconsistent. Instead, follow your routine. Practice whether you feel like it or not, because consistency creates fluency. Another life-changing truth: 10 minutes every day is often more powerful than 2 hours once a week. Why? Because daily repetition keeps English active in your brain. The more often your brain uses English, the stronger your English becomes. Create a routine, protect it, follow it, and over time, those small daily sessions will transform your speaking ability.